Welcome back. The Maple Leafs have been shaken up with a coaching change. Zainab Zaman has all the details.
Thanks, Raymond. A new Leafs coach makes his debut tonight following yesterday's firing of Mike Babcock. The Toronto Maple Leafs have replaced head coach Babcock with Marlies coach Sheldon Keefe. Babcock was in the fifth of his 8-year, $50 million deal. However, after starting 9-10 and 4, many felt changes needed to come. The new bench boss Keefe will be formally announced later today before their game in Arizona. Keefe comes in after spending the last 4 years coaching the Toronto Marlies, taking them to their first championship ever in 2018. He has also worked with Leafs GM Kyle Dubas since 2012 when they ran the OHL Greyhounds for 3 years. The new generation begins tonight as the Leafs take on the Coyotes in Arizona. While players can get away with a lot in hockey, this isn't one of them. Washington Capitals forward Garnet Hathaway has been suspended 3 games for spitting on an Anaheim Ducks defenseman. The incident occurred Monday night after a questionable hit did not receive a penalty and the play resulted in a goal. Hathaway will forfeit over $24,000 because of the incident and will be eligible to return next Wednesday when the Capitals take on the Florida Panthers. Tokyo is looking to host the biggest Olympics ever. This will be the second time they held the Games, the first being in 1964. The main stadium for the 2020 Olympics is about 90% finished with 1 year to go until the Games start. The stadium is rebuilt as construction started back in December 2016. The interior of the elegant Aquatics and Volleyball Center cost $7 billion Canadian dollars. Workers are now busy finishing the roof's exterior. Venue directors say the stadium is designed to have an acoustic effect while trapping the sound. The venue's main source is wood from Japan. History will be made again next year as the Games begin on July 24th. When the Games are over, the stadiums will be used for concerts and events. And the Clippers are finally at full force with both their stars on the court together. In the off-season, LA Clippers owner Steve Ballmer dunked on the NBA by signing Kawhi Leonard and trading for Paul George. Injuries delayed the debut 14 games after George had significant surgery on both shoulders. Last night marked the first time both of the LA Clippers superstars played together in a game, and the results were as expected. The two averaged just over 37 minutes of playing time, and although they won the game, they still needed to build chemistry. George scored 25 points and Kawhi added 17 as they beat the Boston Celtics 107-104 in overtime. That's your sports update. Here's Alicia with your 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Zainab. Fall finally made its debut yesterday after days of what appears to be winter. It seems like fall is here to stay for now, with mild weather being expected for the next week. Today is currently cloudy with rain beginning in the afternoon. It'll be a high of 7 and a low of 4 later, with rain continuing well into the night. Tomorrow will be a high of 2 with a mix of sun and clouds and a low of -4. Saturday will be a high of 4 and a low of -1. I think it's safe to say we can hang up our extreme winter gear for now and enjoy what's left of fall. Now back to Raymond in the newsroom.
For our final story, we say bye-bye to Bebe. America's giant panda sweetheart Bebe took a transcontinental flight on the Panda Express and has arrived in his new home in China. The Washington-born panda was loved by many at the National Zoo, where he spent the first 4 years of his life. Bebe was conceived through artificial insemination in 2015. An agreement with China states that all cubs born at the zoo must move to China at age 4. With his handler, a vet, and 66 pounds of bamboo, Bebe flew to China in style on a private jet provided by FedEx. He is now settling into a giant panda conservation and research center in southwestern Sichuan province. Bebe seems to be adapting well to his new environment, having eaten 13 pounds of bamboo for breakfast. Once Bebe turns 6, he will enter China's captive breeding program, which is credited with bringing giant pandas back from the brink of extinction. That's all for today. I'm Raymond Brooks. Humber News is written and produced by students in the journalism program. Our crew are students in the broadcast, TV, and videography program. We'll see you all again next time.